You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Chennedy Carter. Many of you may be angry with me again by the time we get to the end of this video. Many of you did not like it that I thought Chennedy Carter should still be able to play in the WNBA this season. And I said in that video, I don't condone the actions that she took on Caitlin Clark last year. My God, this is a channel where it's almost entirely predominantly pro Caitlin Clark. But I also detest blacklisting or blackballing. I don't like it, all right? And Chennedy Carter is a hell of a scorer in a league that struggles mightily from scoring. She scored over 17 points a game. She was arguably the Chicago Sky's best player last year. And, I mean, I don't know what's going to be a wake-up call. I would hope Chennedy Carter would turn her focus of all of her anger into something positive and she would become a great WNBA player. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen this season. It looks like her conduct has gotten her booted out of the league, and she may not be officially blackballed, blacklisted, but it looks like she's blacklisted. And she will be playing professional basketball during the season, but it won't be for the WNBA. She has landed a new gig, and wow, I mean, seriously, she needs to do whatever she can to get some help, get her anger under control, where she will not have another incident like the one where she slammed into Caitlin Clark and called her a bitch. I mean, she's got to do something because she is very talented, but she's out of the league. During the 2024 WNBA season, guard Chennedy Carter emerged as a key player for the Chicago Sky, leading the team in scoring with 17.5 points per game, a career high. Yeah, I told you, a great follow a person I love to follow is Six, who talks about a lot of Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, and just mainly goes around just destroying the retards on the WNBA on X. She posted this back on the 19th. I just realized Chennedy Carter would still be the best scorer on the Chicago Sky. One less thing. That's right. She would still be probably their best pure offensive weapon if she was still on that team. Now, there's a world where Camila Cardoso, and I've said this, will be their best player this year, provided they allow her to ball, or provided Angel Reese gets the hell out of the way, one of the two. I'm sorry, but if you ask me, if I would just purely from a team standpoint, who would I want to have on that team? Yeah, it'd be Chennedy Carter and Camila Cardoso and Haley Van Lith besides the other one. But that's not what's happening here. Again, we're talking about from a pure on-the-court standpoint. Despite the solid fourth season from Carter, an incident with Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark stood out to many. The 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year came in the league, became arguably the most popular player. Became the most popular player. There, I cleaned it up for you, which may have rubbed some people the wrong way, including Carter. Goes on to talk about the fact that she knocked Caitlin Clark to the floor. We all saw it, a flagrant foul. And many people, including myself, thought it was borderline assault. It was awful. Carter's response after the game, quote, "I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions." Now, I did a video the other day. She was on a podcast. She further explained her actions. She did actually come out and make a lengthy statement about it. Whether or not you want to put any stock into it, that's really up to you. But she did nonetheless. Fast forward to Friday, Carter, who saw her one-year deal with the Sky come to an end, has yet to sign with the WNBA team. With training camp right around the corner, Carter has elected to join a different league as she awaits another shot at the WNBA. Chennedy Carter has taken her talents to the Mexican, and I'm not even trying to pronounce that, the LMBPF. Long story short, it's in Mexico, and it looks like a women's Mexican basketball league, professional basketball league. Now, look, some of these international leagues pay really good, and some of them pay better than the WNBA, which in some cases, that's not that hard. All right, this is one of the top 2 teams from that league that she signed with. It was a team that made their finals. And there it is right there. There's the announcement of her going to join that league. And I don't know if this is going to allow me to come in. There we go. Right there. I'm not signing up for that. So anyway, you get the point. There's the announcement that she's coming to the league. So she's joining a women's basketball league in Mexico. The WNBA thing looks like a wrap for her for now. And in case you're wondering, she averaged 17.5 points a game last year and literally shot 50% from the field for the Chicago Sky. And she's 26 years old. I get it. I mean, she's got to lay in the bed she made, but I also don't like to see blackballing. I don't. Blacklisting. I don't. But something's got to wake her up too. You know? I mean, something's got to wake her up and say, man, I could be in the WNBA right now, starting on a team, being their leading scorer. I've got to get my temper and my head under control. I got to figure it out somehow. Because the season's about to start. Honestly, I thought she would end up being at least a 6th man on one of these teams. Or the Golden State Valkyries would sign it, be in an expansion club, probably be immediately their best scorer. No, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So much so that she was like, I got to find another job. And that's considering she just came off of playing in China where she scored like 30-something points a game. There's no doubt Chennedy Carter is extremely talented. But she's got to get her head screwed on straight. Maybe this is a wake-up call. You know, I think Mexican League, I can't help but think of the opening scene from Major League, the first Major League movie where Tom Berenger is playing a washed-up former Major League catcher, and he's waking up in some Mexican motel where there's an actual chicken in the room. You know, because he's playing in the Mexican League, which is, when you hear Mexican League, a lot of times you automatically think baseball. It was probably a bigger thing in the 80s and 90s, and it was a little more common. A lot of major leaguers would go down there and play ball. Tell me what you think. Chennedy Carter, she got a new job. Adios, amigos. Peace. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.